I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded yet.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
Yes. That's all he need to do to erase that debt. Don't go to the damn poker table. Don't go to the blackjack table. Don't go to the slot machine for crying out loud, even if it's only asking you for $1. Don't do it. Stay the hell out of the casino other than your...
Stephen A. Smith suggests that Floyd Mayweather Jr. could face financial trouble because of his expensive lifestyle and high spending habits. And he presents it more as a caution than a typical hot take, pointing out how quickly wealth can shrink when the attention and spotlight of fame start to fade.
Ain't good to make all that money if you ain't got any of it to keep for yourself, bro. When you look at the Vegas casinos, just think twice about going down there yourself. That's all. Send your boys to do it for you. Order room service. Chill out, do something. Anything but gamble, bro. Keep your money. Because as great as you are, I got news for you. You ain't gonna be able to perform like that forever. We all get old. Father Time is undefeated. Make sure your wallets are fat when that day comes for you.
Stephen A. Smith notes that Floyd Mayweather Jr. reportedly made about $1.1 billion over his career, but he argues that the same flashy, high-spending lifestyle that created the Money Mayweather image may also be why that wealth doesn't go as far as people assume.
A gambling addict. He got baby mamas all over the... What do you mean is he broke? Of course he's broke. What boxer do you know that isn't broke? What a ridiculous question. But it's the fact that they're attempting to tease him. I mean, first off, they're asking the question. Look, I've told you until I'm blue in the face. The numbers that you hear in boxing simply aren't true. Floyd made $1 billion. No, he didn't. Floyd and Conor made $500 million. No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Nobody's ever confirmed that. And it's the same thing with the check. I got $100 million for a fight. Oh, you did? Who signed the check? Whoever signed the check is going to want credit for it. There's never been a time that $1 million check was written and the dude that wrote the check didn't make sure that somebody found out he wrote the check. So who wrote the check? Floyd's got a whole bunch of them, apparently. He got $1 billion. Who wrote the check?
For years, Floyd Mayweather Jr. promoted a public image of non-stop wealth, regularly posting stacks of cash on Instagram, along with luxury watches, private jets, and massive mansions, building a reputation for a lifestyle of heavy spending where it seemed like tomorrow didn't matter.
Part of that is because of the way Floyd Mayweather goes about his business. He's been filthy rich. He's made his name, his legacy, and a lot of his reputation wasn't just the boxing, it was the money. It's the money man. What I have, what I'm driving, what I'm living in, what I'm flying in. And a lot of people, they don't like that. I don't know if Floyd Mayweather had more supporters for most of his fights or more haters, but regardless of where you fall on that line, Floyd Mayweather made it work for him when many people, promoters included, networks included, early on didn't think that he can do it.
Stephen A. Smith says that this image worked perfectly while Floyd Mayweather Jr. was still active, especially during his peak years when he was earning around $100 million to $200 million per fight. During that same period, Floyd famously purchased an $18 million watch, a purchase that became a symbol of how extreme the money era had gotten. But Smith argues that once those huge fight paydays stopped after retirement, keeping up that same level of luxury turned into a very different and much harder challenge.
Even Floyd, when you make yourself like we got issues over your anger, he's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
It took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day to day, month to month. Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money is gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hoster in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
wow.
Stephen A. Smith argues that this is where exhibition fights come into play for Floyd Mayweather Jr., suggesting they are less about competition and more about maintaining the same high-end lifestyle he became known for. He also brings up the long-running jokes about Floyd's education that critics used to mock years ago, saying that current talk of financial issues makes those old jokes resurface in a more uncomfortable way. And this isn't a new discussion either.
Been accusing Floyd of going broke for 20 years. Maybe down to 200 million. Maybe that's just broke. I don't know.
Maybe that's
What I do know is his homes are still there. Every time he called me, his stars on the roof, right? So I don't know unless somebody is hacked into this man's finances. They always accuse the man of going broke. Maybe he's bored. Maybe somebody came and told him, man, we got 200-300 million, man, to get in the ring. I can guarantee you, he ain't broke. He's making a lot of sound investment. And the investments I've seen being made ain't the investments of someone.
Back in 2020, 50 Cent, a former friend turned critic of Floyd Mayweather Jr., claimed on radio that Floyd's money was already gone, a statement that sparked major debate at the time. Whether Stephen A. Smith is right or not, his main point is straightforward. When your entire image is built on limitless wealth, even small financial rumors can quickly explode into worldwide headlines and intense public discussion.
Might be wondering, how does a guy in Floyd's position not have someone watching his money? The answer is that someone is watching. It's just that it's in that person's best interest to watch the money go away.
Why?
Because if it were up to Floyd, he'd probably never fight again. He's got an undefeated record, something he's extremely proud of. So if you see him talking up about that doesn't make sense, like fighting the MMA star Conor McGregor or the Japanese kickboxer Tenshin Nasukawa, it means one thing: the money is gone. That's why it's in the manager, promoter, and accountant's best interest for him to stay broke. Otherwise, he's never going to lace those gloves up again and bring in another massive.
And right when the Stephen A. Smith talk about bankruptcy had people acting like Floyd Mayweather Jr. was one bill away from selling his robe online, Nicholas Irving enters the conversation with a different kind of perspective that turns the debate into more of a real-life character breakdown than a simple accusation. Irving makes it clear he's not tracking Floyd's finances line by line, but he has seen the lifestyle firsthand, and that's where things start to get interesting. He's not describing a one-time flashy purchase or a single luxury item, but a consistent pattern of extreme spending that defines how Floyd lives day to day, which adds a more grounded, observational angle to an already heated discussion.
Like, what is broke? He don't have $0. Floyd still has money. A lot. I just think that maybe the lifestyle and I don't know, maybe catching up. I mean, I don't know. He's got money coming in. I don't know if he still has was it the girls' lounge or something like that.
We're talking about a full traveling setup, almost like a private kingdom. Big groups moving with him, luxury shopping trips, high-end restaurants, private jets, gambling, and even entire theaters booked out so he could enjoy films without interruption. It's the kind of lifestyle where normal life seems paused around him, and that really captures the money Mayweather image Floyd Mayweather Jr. built over the years. He didn't just spend money, he made spending part of the show. Nicholas Irving says Floyd could go through $500,000 to $1 million like it's everyday spending, which sounds shocking until you remember the massive fight paydays he earned and how excess became part of his brand. But what makes the discussion more balanced is that Irving also pushes back on the extreme narratives, adding a more grounded view instead of just feeding the hype or the rumors.
But no, it was, he gets money, I just don't know how much, but I don't pocket watch. But if he is going broke, then it makes sense why he is fighting. I've heard rumors, I've heard the rumors too. I just don't know, like, how, like, what is broke? Broke to me is like having $0 in your...
Nicholas Irving isn't fully convinced by the Floyd is broke narrative either. He suggests that while the lifestyle may be extreme and the spending habits costly, and while rumors might have some basis, the word broke is often used too loosely for someone like Floyd Mayweather Jr., who still manages to stay highly visible and relevant in public conversation. And that's the key point. Floyd has always understood that attention itself is power. Whether people are praising him or doubting him, he stays in the spotlight. And even negative talk keeps his name attached to upcoming fights and headlines, which makes it feel like controversy is still part of the strategy.
Not a stupid guy whatsoever.
No, and I don't think, that's what I'm saying, I don't think he's broke. I think it's a lot of, to get eyes on the fight. I mean, this happens every fight, for the past few fights. Oh, he's doing it for the money, he's doing it for the money. I don't know what people are calling broke, but been to his house, hung out with him quite a bit.
Nicholas Irving describes Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s world as a non-stop luxury parade, but then Mike Tyson steps in and shifts the tone completely, bringing a more serious, reflective perspective without needing to be loud about it. Tyson comes across less like a retired star chasing attention and more like someone deeply analyzing the sport. He talks about amateur boxing with real respect, almost more than some fighters show for world titles, which shows he's not just leaning on nostalgia, but explaining how greatness is actually built from the ground up. He references fighters like Vasyl Lomachenko and his deep amateur background, then points to a bigger issue. There are fewer boxing gyms, fewer opportunities to train properly, and fewer tough environments shaping young fighters. His point is simple. Modern boxing wants elite champions, but the system that creates them is shrinking, which makes producing the next generation of top fighters much harder.
Along with Custom Auto, shape you as a fighter in person.
Yeah. I fought a lot in the gym. I had fights in the gym. I sparred every day. Every day for years. I kept sparring, always sparred in the gym to keep me active and have me always ready to fight. That's what boxing is about, repetition, over and over again. That's what I always did, over and over, boxed every day. It wasn't maybe Sunday we didn't box, but I boxed every day.
Mike Tyson then shares parts of his own past, and it hits differently when he explains that boxing came into his life during reform school, where he saw beaten up kids returning with smiles simply because they had been training and fighting in the gym. That moment clearly shaped how he views the sport, because for him, it wasn't just about violence. It was about structure, discipline, and survival. Even when the interviewer tries to push him toward drama around Floyd Mayweather Jr., Tyson doesn't take the bait and stays unusually calm, saying there's no real personal conflict, that it's all part of the show, and that eventually they would fight anyway, which somehow makes his words feel more powerful than any heated argument. He then shifts into comparing boxing eras, describing his own generation as war horses, suggesting that modern fighters like Alexander Usyk would have faced a different level of punishment back then, while still giving credit to talents like Terence Crawford and others such as Shakur Stevenson and David Benavidez, showing respect across generations while still emphasizing how tough the sport used to be.
But you said you wanted to knock out Floyd, Mike. Where's all this animosity coming from? This is supposed to be a fun exhibition.
I have no animosity. We just boxing. We're two fighters. We're boxing.
So this is going to be a show?
I'm not knocking out anybody. Nobody's knocking me out. We're going to fight. We're going to fight.
It's going to be a nice show for the people to watch. Is it still happening? Any new details you could share?
Yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Thank God. Thank God. I'm so grateful for it.
So while everyone debates whether a possible Tyson versus Mayweather matchup is just business or pure spectacle, Mike Tyson talks about the sport like someone who still sees it from the very bottom, where small gyms build real fighters, right up to the bright lights of championship nights. And that's why people still listen when he speaks. Then the tone flips again when Logan Paul enters the conversation, turning what should be a serious fight discussion into something half comedy, half chaos. He points out that both Tyson and Floyd are older, both have already stepped into crossover events, and both are still making money from it, saying it with the kind of confidence that comes from knowing controversy spreads fast online. But the irony is obvious. While he criticizes the idea and calls it messy or pointless, he also admits people will still watch no matter what, because in today's fight world, even criticism helps fuel the attention and guarantees the event stays relevant.
Dad, do you want to know what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. First and foremost, obviously, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather are both just robbing the bank. They are collecting a paycheck, as they should, because they're both legends who worked their whole career, respect them, to make this amazing brand for themselves, known as like the best fighters in the world. And now they get to cash in on it in the later part of their life.
Logan Paul also starts talking about the attention economy And for once, he's not completely off base. He argues that skill alone doesn't run modern combat sports anymore. Attention does. Spectacle, controversy, viral clips, and memes now drive the industry, which is why fighters like Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. still dominate conversations, while some current champions struggle to get the same visibility. He even adds that Floyd's style could make any fight look controlled and one-sided if he chose to, pointing back to how sharp his ring IQ has always been. But the irony is hard to miss. Logan is criticizing the spectacle-driven nature of boxing while actively being part of it, pointing out manufactured hype even as he contributes to it. That contradiction is exactly what makes the whole rant feel chaotic, because it exposes how modern boxing and entertainment now run on the same engine.
Dude, Floyd Mayweather, although he still owes me $1.5 million.
Well, he's 50 now, too.
Now, almost.
Well, now he's got the money to pay.
Pay up.
He's never paying that.
Is so good at boxing. He really is probably the greatest technical boxer to ever live. He's so good. If he wanted to take Mike Tyson out in less than 3 rounds, he could. He's not going to because he respects Mike Tyson. They're robbing the bank. Kudos to them for doing it. I think it's great. Get your money.
It's loud, messy, and at times almost ridiculous. But there's a strange honesty in it too. Stephen A. Smith raises concerns about whether the Money Mayweather image is as untouchable as it looks, suggesting the financial empire may not be as solid as the branding suggests. Nicholas Irving then describes the lifestyle from a close-up view, painting it as non-stop luxury, spending on a scale that feels extreme even for elite wealth. After that, Mike Tyson shifts the focus away from money and hype, bringing boxing back to its roots, discipline, gyms, sacrifice, and the deeper identity of fighters. Then Logan Paul pushes the modern angle, arguing that attention itself is now currency in combat sports, where spectacle can matter just as much as skill. Put together, it becomes a collision of legacy, money, fame, and business all circling around Floyd Mayweather Jr. And that's the real question underneath it all. Whether this is genuine financial concern or just another layer of the most powerful self-promotion machine boxing has ever seen.
It's going to be a really boring fight where they aren't throwing real punches, and we watch Floyd Mayweather take it really easy. That's
I want to know
happen.
in the room.
It's going to go all rounds unless they agree on like a body shot or something.
The back office. Yes, this is a great idea. Let's pay each of them $20 million each, even if it's more or less.
Yeah.
How does that get approved?
Exhibitions, baby.
There's no clear proof Floyd Mayweather Jr. is under financial pressure. It's mostly speculation around his lifestyle and branding. A potential fight involving Mike Tyson would likely be more about entertainment and business than real competition. In today's boxing world, it's all about money, legacy, and attention working together.